Viewers, this is Robert Holloway and you're watching Astroman 2911. In this video I'd like to talk more about Vedic astrology and how some, not all, but some Vedic astrologers confused that astrology was their discovery. It wasn't. For one thing, Mercury, Venus, Mars, they're not exactly Vedic names. Now, Vedic usually came from India, usually of the Hindu religion. And the custom of the Hindu religion is that they observed all cultures. I mean, they're a really good, open-minded religion, but they've observed other cultures into their own, where they think that other cultures' discoveries and philosophies are their own. Okay, it's like, for example, if let's say a Zen master says you must get up to sit down, they'll adapt that into their culture, thinking it's their philosophy, and they wouldn't give the credit to those other people. And this has been shown through astrology. Now, in some of my other videos, I have said that Vedic astrology is, I can't say that they're wrong, but they've proven themselves to not be that accurate. For one thing, they go by the constellations. The constellations is the false zodiac. It's not the real zodiac. It's just a bunch of stars that are billions to billions of light years away from us that has no effect. I mean, those stars have the same effect to us as a cell from Asia has an effect to someone who's in North Dakota, you know? I believe in the tropical zodiac because it's the position of where the sun was during the time of that segment in Earth's perspective. For example, spring begins and that starts up the season with Aries, and you know, that's the tropical zodiac. But then if you go by the the constellations, spring would start where Pisces begins, and that's the constellation Pisces begins, and that's not accurate. We have to base it on the tropical zodiac because that's the true zodiac. The sun. Now, Vedic astrologers would consider the sun as malefic, but I disagree with that. I think the sun is an all-consuming positive force in every living thing on this planet. Not just only humans, but animals and plants, as well as minerals. The sun is the director. He is the one who directs things. You know, the planets are the actors and the actresses. The sun, he's the heavyweight of our solar system. He's the one who says what is and what should go and what is to begin. So I call him Saul. Saul is the one who is the mastermind of the astrology. But this is not about that. This is about my problem with the Vedic astrologers is that they are taking astrology and they're twisting it where it appears that they are the ones who discovered it. They weren't. It was the Babylonians who discovered astrology. They're the ones who wrote it down on whatever, rock or parchment or whatever. They're the ones who observed the stars first. Now, Babylonia doesn't exist anymore, but their knowledge still does, aka astrology. And I'm not saying that India should not practice astrology. They should, but they need to get their information correct. You know, astrology should not be based on just a small part of the earth. You know, it isn't India's discovery. It wasn't just the Greek or the Roman discovery. It wasn't Africa's. It wasn't America's. It wasn't any other one particular country or city or town or house. astrology is universal, okay, and it does not apply to just the ego. You know, if you take astrology and use it as an egocentric way of studying it, then you're only learning a small portion of what astrology is all about. That's all I have to say now about astrology and my offense that I have towards the Vedic Astrologers. It is not just your discovery. It's a discovery for everyone, and everyone should follow it. Okay, just because I'm not from India or I'm not a Hindu does not mean that I should not study astrology. Alright, I'm not Roman and I'm not Greek, so I'm still studying astrology. And I take astrology as a religious point of view, because to me the planets are the gods and goddesses. They're the ones who speak, who do the acting, who, you know, says what destiny and free will is all about. And I do this because it's a global thing, okay? I prefer to call the earth Gaia, even though Gaia is I think it's Roman. But either or, it's just, when you take an ideology and claim it to be yours, or a discovery and claim it to be yours, you're belittling that knowledge, that information. You know, it's discovered. You didn't invent it, it was discovered. And many works of it can be applied differently in so many ways. So it's wrong to take a course of study and claim it to be your culture or your tradition or your, you know, dogma, because it isn't. It belongs to everybody. Thank you for watching my videos, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye.